Is brought to you by new McCain Purely potatoes. The goodness of potatoes, already washed, peeled, and cut. McCain, it's all good.
Canadian astronaut Robert Thirst was in Victoria today, speaking to a group of students at the National Geographic IMAX Theater.
How do you sleep in space? Good question.
Thirst told the students about his trip to the International Space Station in 2009. He spent 6 months there, conducting medical experiments on the effects of zero gravity on the body. He was also part of a team that repaired the Hubble telescope. Thirst says the best thing about the International Space Station is that it promotes cooperation between countries.
And then the other thing about the space station is it's inspiring. You know, it's just this wonder of what we can do in space, how we live in space, that inspires the next generation of leaders and researchers and astronauts and prime ministers. The young students that are at the IMAX Theater in Victoria today are potentially Mars astronauts. Someday, a Canadian will walk upon the surface of Mars. And that'll perhaps be within my lifetime. And perhaps be one of the children that's here today.
Students say they were impressed with Thirst's message, and it left many of them looking up. Thirst holds Canadian records for the longest space flight and the most time spent in space. A 9-year-old Campus View elementary student has won the 2010 Canadian Chess Player of the Year award. Jason Chow was chosen by chess journalists and fans as the player who has achieved the most in Canadian chess in the past year. In October, Jason became the first Canadian since 1986 to win the World Under-10 Chess Championship. Jason says his dream is to one day become World Chess Champion. He's expected to play in the 2011 Grand Pacific Open in Victoria. Finally tonight, something is lurking behind the Mona Lisa's eyes. Italian historians say they found tiny letters and numbers painted there. They aren't visible to the naked eye, but can be seen with a magnifying glass. Experts decided to take a closer look at the portrait's pupils after discovering information in an old book from an antique shop. That's it for the Monday edition of A News at 11. Thanks for watching. Hudson Mack has your next edition of A News tomorrow at 5. Have a great night.